So today's reading the baptism of Jesus, as in Matthew's Gospel. There's obviously a lot going on there in terms of what the Gospel writers are telling us about who Jesus is. But in the context of our worship this morning, the key thing for me was the way in which John's voice in the wilderness was there long before Jesus arrived. He was a voice speaking for what was right and what was good, for what was to come, for sure, but a lonely voice. And we can't imagine that his ministry was always well received, that he was treated politely by all those who saw him. In fact, he would have been ridiculed quite strongly, one can only assume. But he spoke for what was good in the wilderness. And because of his actions, Jesus' ministry began, was set alight, became real in the world. And there's a powerful metaphor there for our own lives, as people who need to be speaking out about what is right. Now, right is what is loving and kind and shows acceptance and love for all. But to be speaking out about that, because in our own particular contexts, we then also facilitate God's love being set free in that situation. So our calling is always to be on the lookout for the things to say that are right, for the things that need to be championed, for the causes that need to be supported, and for the good work that needs to be done. Not necessarily on a big stage, but in our personal relationships with other people, and in the endeavours that we take part in, where we put our time and our energy. God calls each one of us to be, like John, voices in the wilderness, ushering in God's love, joy, peace, and strength.